Hello everyone, Baccarat James here for the Baccarat One Two knockout system, and we have some exciting news. I am in negotiations, playing live and in continuous play at a certain casino now. I'm talking to them and we're going to try and get that going. So if I can, hey, we can do this live, then we won't have to do as many as many of these videos, and then you can watch live, come join me type thing. But remember, this is not financial or gambling advice. So, be cautious, because this game can and will take you down. My system is very, very solid, but it does run into problems, as you've seen going along. There could be a lot more problems. So we're going to get right into it. And episode 27 starts right now. Okay, let's go over to our tracking sheet and see where we left off. And I think we bet 3 units this time. Yep. Yeah. The last one we left off in episode 26, we bet the 1-1-1. We won. So next bet is 3. Juice is 581. And we're going to go from there. So mark everything up and get going. Hop over to the shoe. And remember, try not to look ahead, because you're just cheating yourself. So I don't know whether this is on 2x speed playback. No, it's on normal. We got to ramp that up to 2. Yeah, and we're just going to keep going here and play the same way that we always do. Okay, it's up to 2x speed. First one's the bank. 3 units on the bank, guys. 3 units on the bank. Don't be afraid. Be very afraid. And it wins automatic. Okay, mark that down. 3 units, so your slate is cleared. Add 3 to the juice. And 1 unit. 1 unit on the bank loses, so mark that down as a loss. All right. Bet the player here. That wins. Clear your slate. All right. Wait for it to come back, or go one more player, then get back in. And it doesn't. Yeah, this game can be very, very interesting. Very, very good. Very, very bad at the same time. We wait for it to come to the bank, or go one more player before we get back in. Got to get my coffee ready here. Danger, danger. That second cup in the morning is great. So here we would bet 1 unit on the bank. 1 unit on the bank, that loses. All right. So the chop, bet the player now. 1 unit on your tracking sheet. 1 unit on the bank now. Sorry. Bet the bank now. And that loses. 2 units on your losses. There's your stop gap right there. There's your gap in column. What is that? 7, right? That means that we go. Okay, 1 more. We go for the run here. 1 on the player. 1 on the player. But because of that gap, that means we give the solids 2 tries. Player wins 1. We're still down 1. 1 more on the player. That loses. And you should have a -1 and a -1 in your tracking sheet. Now this is a 1 unit on the bank. Give it 2 tries. That loses. Give it 1 more try, because of that gap was established in column 7. 1 more try. 1 player, 1 unit on the player. That wins. Circle that. Next bet will be 2 units, guys. Why? Because we're down the 2 units. We go up on the loss. Okay. So when it goes back to bank, we bet 2 units. 2 units here. And you'll catch the gist of this. If it wins, well, then we'll mark up the juice. If not, it wins. Okay. So clear your slate. The juice is now up to 5. Juice is now up to 5. Wait for it to come back to player. Bet the player. Now, does this happen all the time? Of course not. I'll run into a whole slew of bad stuff probably coming up. I don't know. There we go. We win there. Add 1 to our highest plateau. I never did mark down what our high value is. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the juice and mark that down. Although we got 5 to add. The highest plateau is 62. 62 is our HP. Add 1 to there. 63 now. Okay, and the juice is at 581. And we have 5 to add on that. 581. Wow. That's almost 30 units, guys, on juice. Almost 30 units on juice. All right. Back to the transactions. transaction, Jackson. And sometimes these vertical runs can just keep right on going and get us right out of Dodge. So wait for it to come back to bank. Wait for it, wait for it. Wait for it to come back to bank. Nothing. Okay. One more player we get back in. One more bank. A bank we get back in. No matter what, unless it's a tie. Okay, player. We keep on running with the player. We go for that long, long run. All right. And we lose there. Okay. Go back to bank. Go back to bank. We give the solids, which is a run, at least 2 tries. One more try on the bank. 2 down now. One more on the player, I should say, because of that gap in column 12. It got established with the double after that. That wins. We're only down 1 on our net scale. Wait for it to go back to bank there. Bet the bank, 1 unit. You can see how fast this can go. When you're playing stadium gaming, you play two shoes. I had it up to 4. Okay, add 1 to the juice, and your slate is cleared, guys. Add 1 to the juice, and your slate is cleared. This is a grind, right? Just got to grind it out, grind it out, grind it out. Yeah. Yeah, the talks are going very well with this casino. I'm going to see the major boss tomorrow. The person in charge of marketing. See if we can get this on the road. Get this going for the small guys. You don't have to put down 5,000. I'll show you. Now, if the casino's ready to take me on, that's cool, because they could probably kick the shit out of me, right? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to try, right? We're going to try. Give it the old college try. Okay, bank. 1 unit. We start in on the bank. The highest plateau is 63, by the way. And our juice is up to 6. Banker. Tie. Yeah. Very, very interesting for me. It might be like pulling teeth for you guys. Okay, 1 on the... Oh, we lost there. 1 on the negative. 1 unit on the player here. We win there. Clear our slate. All right. Wait for it to come back to bank, and then we bet the bank, unless it runs 7 players. But that's not likely going to happen. Alrighty then. Wait for it. You never know. It could happen. 2 more, we get back in on the player. Nope. All right. 1 unit on the bank, guys. 1 unit on the bank. Guys and gals. There might be a gal there. Doubt it. Women are not big Baccarat players, usually. 1 on your scale. 1 more on the player. 1 bet on the player. Nope. Okay, two down. Switch to the chop. Go to the player. After 2 losses, you switch from the stripes to the solid or solids to the stripes. We win there. Knock that off. 1 more unit on the bank. 1 unit on the bank. That looks good. Doesn't matter how you get there. 1 more unit on the juice. 1 more unit on the player. We win this. Our high value goes up. Not looking good. Oh, tied. Low tie. It was nothing. Guy was trying to convince me to bet these low ties, high ties. See. And then he starts betting them and lose. Our highest value goes up to 64, our highest plateau. Bet the bank here, 1 unit. That wins. 65 is our HP. Add 1 to the juice. Bet the player here. And we're just humming along, but who says you can't go home? 66, wow, on our HP. Nice. 1 unit on the bank. Nope, that lost. All right, you got a -1 on your slate. And just go up the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back down again when you lose. Okay, we got 1 on the bank here. That's a tie. 1 unit on the bank because it's not been established. The gap has not been established, so Go with the solid. Oh, we lose there. 2 units. Okay, now we switch to the bank. Switch at least 2 times to the bank. Or to the chop, I should say. We win there. Circle that. That was a juicer. Add that. One more. 1 unit on the player. Okay, that's it. Back to square one. 1 unit on the bank. Wow. It's a better shoe than I thought. Nope. Mark down that 1 on your net. It's going by pretty quick too. Wait for it to come back to bank. Then we bet the player. Wait for it to come back to bank. Then we bet the player. Yep. Now we bet the player. 1 unit. Five, 6. Looks good. Clear your slate. Clear your slate. 1 unit on the bank. And how did I come up with this? Years and years and years and years of work. Years and years of trial and error. Lose there. One on the negative scale. Goes back to bank. We bet the player. It does not compute. One unit. Okay, goes back to bank. We go with player. There it goes back to bank. Now we bet the player 1 unit. Because that chop, give it at least 2 times. It's already been 1 down. And we bet the player there, yeah. We lost. Okay, there's 2 in a row. There's 2 sticks, 2 solids, right? So we've got to stick to the solid again. When it comes to player, we'll bet the player. Lots and lots and lots of coffee. Now, is anyone doing this live? I doubt it, especially the low rollers, right? Especially the low rollers. Go back to player. Or 1 more bank, regardless, after the next bet, unless it's a tie, we're going to be betting. All right. We got a -2 on our scale, so we bet 1 unit on the bank. Hop on that bank, and it wins. Wow. Okay, only 1 on the negative, and the juice is up to 10. Bet the bank again. That wins. 1 more on the juice. Clear your slate. Keep on keeping on. 1 more on the bank. Nope, it loses. Mark down 1 on your slate. Bet the player here. That wins. All right. Clear your slate. Or wait for it to come back to bank. Whew. Nobody said it would be easy. 1 unit on the bank. 1 unit on the bank. And our slate is cleared, right? Nope. Player. Got 1 on the negative. 1 on the player here. That wins. Clear your slate. Comes back to bank. We bet the bank. When it comes back, if it comes back. There it is. Bet the bank. 1 unit. 1 unit. What are we at? And 75, huh? This usually goes to like 85. There's a player. We lose there. 1 more try. 1 more kick. Player. That wins. Clear your slate. Wait for it to come back to bank. Unless there's a bazillion players, I doubt it. Okay, comes back to bank. Bet the bank again. And I know a lot of people say, well, it continues to chop. Well, you can't tell what it's going to do, right? Bet the bank here, we win. 1 more on the juice. And guess what? 1 more on our high value, 67. Highest plateau is 67. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. We got a lot in juice, so around 30 units in juice. Just divide whatever your juice is by 20. If you're doing this manually like I am, just divide your juice bets by 20 and you'll be fine. Because let's face it, 20 juice bets equal 1 unit, right? 20 wins. Okay. That's what it's costing you. All right, this shoe's over. We'll pause for the cause. Your slate is absolutely clear. We go over to our tracking sheet. This was a good one. We're up to 67 now. Okay. Our tracking sheet is clear. And we bet 1 the next round. When we come back to 28, episode 28. The juice now, we gained 12 units. 81, 91, 93. 5, 93. When we get to 600, that'll be 30 units, right? In juice, 593. And that about does it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in episode 28 next and see how it goes. Remember, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, and if you have any questions, the email baccaratbeast@gmail.com is there in the description below. Get a hold of me, and hopefully we'll be going live soon. Just gotta be patient, a little patient. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Baccarat James over and out.